Yeah, the thing is, we've got a conscious mind, which we obviously are consciously aware of all the time, and we've got a subconscious mind that we're not consciously aware of by definition. And these black magic arts and rituals
they know how to
are
program
to the subconscious mind. That's their aim, and it's programming eventually as it filters through the conscious mind's perception of reality. And you know, all these structures like religion and all these institutions of belief and all these rigid belief systems that people have, they're all part of this imposition of a wall around our sense of possibility and our sense of what's happening and the nature of life itself.
Okay.
And if you can put someone in a mind prison called rigid, unyielding belief.
David, stay there, stay there. We got a break. Hey, David. David, you're on a cell phone, aren't you?
No.
Okay, it's just when I talk, I don't think you can hear me. We had to go to break, but we're still live on the internet, so finish your thought. I just had to cut you off so you can continue. But before you finish up with putting them in that rigid control system, looking at the world, you know, through a straw so you can hardly see any of it, while it's all, and keep you so close to the problem, you're like, what is this in front of me? I can't tell. But you take that off and pull back. Oh, it's a microphone. There it is. Now I can, oh my gosh, there's a computer right here. There's a light right there. Oh my God. You know, but let me do this. I know you've got to meet that friend, because we had to move your show from yesterday to today. You've got to meet that friend at 1/2 the next hour. We got one 5-minute segment left and a 1-minute break and then 5 more minutes. Let me keep you to 5 after.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, fantastic. And then...
well, yeah, I mean, you know, one day, Alex, we just have to get in this whole thing about reality and how we decode it, because it makes so much sense of why the society is structured as it is.
Well, that's what I was going to say, is that... you're hard to get a hold of, you're always traveling, you're busy. Let me set you up, because the quickening's happening right now. We can't wait. Let me before you leave, or maybe pull your book out, you know, in 10 minutes or 8 minutes when we're done, and pick a time in like 2 weeks to come on for 2 hours. You just tell me, I want to come on now, and then we'll let you have free reign to go into the nature of reality and, you know, everything you talk about.
Well, the thing is, Alex, that I'm speaking in Los Angeles on the 1st, but I'm not leaving America until the 8th. So sometime in that week I could do it in your, you know, in American time.
Well, I mean, do this sometime like the 6th or 7th, you know, when you've had a few days rest after the 2-day presentation. How about the 5th or something?
Let's talk about the 6th then.
Oh, yeah,
let's talk about the 6th. 6th of October, it's a Monday.
Okay, and you're going to be in California then?
I'm going to be in California. I'll be in Sacramento probably.
Okay, well, that would mean then the show is on 9 to 1 while you're there, and you probably want to come on later. So I mean, let's just say on the 6th from 11 to 1.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, the 6th,
no problem.
Put it in the book, the 6th, 11 to 1, the 6th, 11 to 1, and we will have you on then, sir. I really appreciate you doing that. We're going to go live in the final little 10 minutes that we, or 8 minutes that we have with you when we come out of this break, and it's just really great having you on, David.
Okay, mate.
Well, we're going to be back in about 20 seconds, and then just finish up your thoughts so it's congruent, and I appreciate... everybody out there who's watching on PrisonPlanet.tv, get all the behind-the-scenes discussions. You know, this is total transparency now on the show. Literal reality TV, because you're seeing behind the scenes. You're seeing what we do, what goes on. Hey, John, let's come in with The Bug's Life again. Just bring in music, fade it down, play The Bug's Life one more time. Here we go.
Do it now or become property of the New World Order.
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1.
Your own personal Jesus.
He did a great talk at Oxford that I've seen, really shot beautifully. Excellent presentation. Get that DVD at davidicke.com, just came out. Really interesting information, very thought-provoking. That's what matters, getting you outside the box, then outside the other box, then outside the next box you're in. David, finishing up, you were bringing up, before we went to that break, getting people to take the blinders off, literally, and just open their minds up and what that does. Continue.
Ancient Greek philosopher Socrates is quoted as saying, wisdom is knowing how little we know. And I always work with that, because in the vastness of forever, all possibility exists, and if we shut our minds from that by rigid beliefs that construct a limitation of what's possible, then we're operating on a fraction of our own potential, and also a fraction of the knowledge and awareness that's available of who we are and the nature of what we're experiencing. So it doesn't mean that you open your mind and you say, I'll believe anything. It's quite not that at all, but it's opening to the possibility instead of a reflex action. No, I'm not going there. That can't be true because it's against my belief system. And there's this psychological state which explains so much about behavior, which is called cognitive dissonance, and it's a stress state and an unease state that people go in when their belief and their experience or information they come across are contradicting each other. Now, what the few people do is they look at the information and the experience and they say, hold on a second, I've got to have another look at my belief here, because in the light of what I'm experiencing and seeing. And that is great, because cognitive dissonance, then it's about bringing the contradictions together into a whole. Then you can move forward and your belief changes in the light of new information. But what most people do when they go into this cognitive dissonance state is that their prime motive is to preserve the belief system.
That's right. In fact, they have invested, like Bill Hicks said, I put a lot into this ride. Don't you tell me it doesn't matter.
Exactly that, and what they then do, and you see this all the time, is they then concoct stories. They lie to themselves to bring together an explanation of what they're experiencing and seeing and learning to make sure the belief system is retained.
They're delusional.
And that's where you get things like, oh, no, we've got to go to war to bring peace. Or, oh, no, we've got to have some of our freedoms taken away so that we can protect our liberties. This is cognitive dissonance, lying to itself or causing people to lie to themselves to protect the belief system.
Have you ever...
Belief systems need just to not control us anymore. Let's look at the evidence. Let's look at what we're seeing, and let's come to conclusions based on that. Not preconceived idea that the priest told us, or the politician told us, or the guy at the college told us.
Have you ever seen my film Terror Storm?
Sorry, Alex, my phone's gone funny. I didn't hear that.
Did you ever see my film Terror Storm? Because
well, you're still jumping around.
Okay.
Goodness me, what's wrong with the line here?
Okay, can you hear me, David?
No, I'm losing about every other word. I don't know what suddenly made that happen.
Okay, well, who knows?
You know.
Okay, you can hear me.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen my film Terror Storm?
I've looked at it a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's the part where the woman at the fruit shop outside says, I want to give up my liberty for freedom. And I said, but liberty and freedom are the same things. She's like, no, they're not. So, I mean, talk about doublethink. I want to give up my liberty for freedom. David Icke in the final 5-minute segment with him, then Bob Chapman, detailed analysis of the engineered economic implosion that is happening. Stay with us. All right, I'm going to skip this break too. It's just 1 minute. David, we're going to come back in 1 minute. We'll have 5 minutes left, and I've got you set for the 6th of October at 11 to 1. Yes, 11 to 1.
11 to 1, that's great.
11 to 1 Pacific time.